Hey guys, this is Clark Garrison, Survival Radio Network. Of course, we're here at Aurora McGary's Live Your Legacy Summit, and I have the pleasure of speaking with Ms. Carter, Melissa Carter.
That's right. Hi.
Melissa Carter is, I believe, a talk show host.
Yes, I am. I am a morning show host.
And a columnist.
And a columnist, yes. I'm on B98.5 here in Atlanta. I write for Huffington Post and Georgia Voice.
Excellent. Now, if I have my facts right, you're going to be one of the panelists here today.
Yes, I have been on stage talking about whatever it is people want to hear me say. So I've been a speaker here before.
Right.
And I think that Araya and I connected on my transplant. I'm a kidney transplant recipient. So it was one of those unexpected illnesses that I didn't believe the doctor when they told me. I was in my 20s. And I've had a transplant now I was in my 20s. Wow. And so I've had the transplant for about 13 years now, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
And everything's been going great, but I do think, not that I didn't have a sense of, I didn't really have a good sense of self, but I did appreciate life, but I really appreciated life after it was almost taken away from me. So I will say I was one of those people that life had to really knock upside the head for me to really get focused.
Well, you certainly have a perspective, right?
Yes, I think, like I said, I truly believe that my transplant is the best thing that ever happened to me, because it was not to repeat myself, but it's like, I think life, the universe, God, whatever you want to, say, kind of said, okay, Melissa, why don't you do this or speak on this, or, kind of live your life like this. And I was like, I don't know, and as time went on, I think sometimes bad things happen to you because you have to change course. And I think sometimes we are not in tune enough to understand when we need to make change, so life will do it for us.
Absolutely. All the time.
All the time, right.
Well, you have a great perspective of this event because you've been involved in this event for a while. And I'm just curious, in your perspective, when we talk about Live Your Legacy, what does that mean to you? Because you've got a great perspective of that. I
think it means authenticity. I think that we live in a culture, and I mean American culture, where it is you spin your wheels to try to be successful. But I think it is the definition of success that everybody tries to streamline. Everybody tries to be like everybody else, where success means something different for different people.
Absolutely.
And I think that to be truly authentic is the toughest thing you could ever do. And that means loving yourself on the good days and the bad days. Like, I really think that if you pay attention to the things that set you off, if you pay attention to the things that make you mad, if you pay attention to things that make you jealous, as much as you pay attention to things that make you happy, like, I think so many times we're kind of taught to ignore the bad parts of ourselves. But the bad parts are there to kind of give signs as well. Doesn't mean we're bad people.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It doesn't mean we're bad people. It's just trying to say, hey, if you're jealous about this, and really look into it and understand what it is that you wish you were doing. Did you realize that your life is really not about everybody else, it's really about yourself. And so I think that's what Live Your Legacy is if you learn to be authentic and truly trust yourself and believe in yourself, good and bad, then you can't help but serve the purpose you're supposed to serve.
I want to talk a little bit about your show.
Okay.
And it was B98.5.
B98.5 here in Atlanta.
And the name of the show?
Is Jeff and Melissa Morning Show. Okay. And I've been in Atlanta radio for about 20 years, done mornings, the majority of that. I was first on 99X, is behind the scenes. Then I was part of the Burt Show, which a lot of people discovered me on. Yeah. I was with the Burt Show for 10 years. And then now in radio, it goes back to that pinnacle, that what is success? Well, the success is, for me, I had to kind of get out of Burt's shadow and to have my own show.
Shadow.
Yeah, exactly. And to have my own show.
Right.
And so that's what you're expected to do. But I think that, you're never too old to learn. And I think that I love the show I'm on and I love what I do, but I do think that, there's a part of it that it makes me realize that's not all there is. And it doesn't mean I don't appreciate it, but it's almost as if, well, my goal was to do that. Well, now that I've reached it, there's still more to do. I feel like there's a tug of still more to do. So I think that there's never a finish line is what it's really hard for me to accept, even on my own, is that death really is the finish line. I mean, everything else, once you reach a goal, there's always going to be a yearning to do something else. So you might as well just be expected to be on your feet the whole time, doing what you're supposed to be doing. And if you, again, going back to if you're honest with yourself and you believe in yourself, and it's a constant struggle, it's not something that is going to stick.
Every second,
Every day, you're going to have to you're the one to tell yourself it's okay. and you get to the habit of doing that and taking care of yourself, then I think that you can live a really fulfilled life.
Well, Melissa, it's a pleasure and an honor for me to have you on the show.
You don't have to say honor, but it's an honor for me to be on
honestly,
the show. Thank you so much.
I really respect the work you do.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
And if you would, tell our listeners where they can find you.
Absolutely. So you can find me on Twitter, probably is usually the easiest, at Melissa Carter, Melissa. The only way to spell Melissa, just kidding. At Melissa Carter.
I've seen some interesting ways.
And then the radio station's website is b985.com. You can find all of my information there.
I love it. Hey,
Awesome.
live your
Thank
life
you so
legacy.
much. Yes.
Melissa Carter, thank you so
Yes,
very
thank
much.
you so much. I
Pleasure's
appreciate it.
mine.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.